I think I'm gonna piss some people off, but I feel like how you take care of your body is how you take care of your business. All right. So I know people hate that concept, but here's what I see. Whenever somebody is in shape, I definitely, or not in shape, I'm just gonna be transparent with you because I shoot straight here on every one of my episodes. I straight up judge people before I do business with them on what kind of shape they're in. This is why. All right. Being in shape is all about discipline. All right. So to me, if I see somebody that's in shape, all right, I know that they're disciplined. Bottom line. All right. And I feel like how you do one thing is how you do everything. All right. Not always the case. I'm not saying you can't be wildly successful in business and be fat as hell or out of shape and bad health. Happens all the time. Right? It's just not my cup of tea. It's not what I want to get into business with. All right. And like I've said this before and it struck some chords, but it is what it is to me. And I just want to be like super transparent about it. Like when people are in shape, they have tons of energy, right? Why would I not want to partner with people that are in great shape, that have lots of energy to provide? All right. They're so busy all the time and they just hit the damn wall or the brakes come on because they're out of shape. It's just part of it. There's no denying that fact, right? And I truly feel like your body is an asset. All right. So if you can take care of your body, then you can take care of your assets or each other's assets. You know, if you're in a business partnership. All right. And I really want to hear y'all's opinions on this. It's not going to change my opinion, but I'm very curious because if you think about it, only like a couple of % of people usually stay in shape. A lot of people go to the gym. You see people at the gym all day, every day. But I'm talking about being in shape. That means like prioritizing sleep, nutrition, training, mental health, lifestyle, everything. Because you cannot be in shape, in great shape, and all of those things not be clicking. It just does not happen unless you're some genetic anomaly. Which maybe, but you still need those things clicking. All right. So it's hugely correlated. I'm going to say something else that I didn't come up with, but I saw a mentor of mine say one time. And he's like, if you don't go to the gym and you're not in shape, I can almost absolutely guarantee you that there's holes in your business. All right. And that's true because if you can't take care of yourself, you're not taking care of your business, right? Like our bodies are what we have to get to A and B. Our brains are what control our cognitive abilities to make decisions, and making decisions is probably the single most important thing that we can do as business owners, as entrepreneurs. And if you're not, you're working for somebody, it's still super important, but it's not top of the list, I don't think, if you work for somebody. But making decisions is very, very important. So if our cognitive abilities are lessened and they're not on full throttle, and if you're not in shape, they are not on full throttle. You have a clouded brain because a lot of things play into that. Okay, so if you are in great shape, and if you're tired of hearing me say great shape, I'm sorry, change the channel. But if you're interested in this, and this is the mindset that you either have or the path that you want to go down, listen to this. And even if it strikes a chord, and if it makes you feel super weird, listen to this, because it is huge. I want you to look at like the most influential, successful people, all right? And I want you to just listen to them talk, watch how they move, look at the kind of shape they take care of themselves in. I'm not saying there's people that aren't just gigantic that are successful money-wise, right? But I want you to look at these people that are all around. Watch how they move. Watch how they act, think, all that stuff, all right? So, like I said, it affects your energy. It affects your home life, your family life, right? Because, like, imagine having a partner and them being in shape and you not being in shape. You think that's going to eventually cause issues, or vice versa? Yeah, it is, right? We as humans are attracted to other humans, to our partners, things like that. It definitely matters. I don't care who says it doesn't. And what do they say? Like, happy wife, happy life, happy partner, happy life. We, like most people, want companionship. And when you take care of yourself, when each other takes care of themselves, it makes it a lot easier, okay? And it's hard to argue at that point, and I know people will, but all around, if I could sum this podcast up in just one topic, like one sentence, it's like, be in shape and you'll make more money and you'll have better relationships. Maybe that's 2 sentences or a run-on, but that's it. If you get in shape or stay in shape or continually get in better shape is the goal, you will make more money, you will make better decisions, you will find better business partners, you will have a better relationship, you will have a better life because you are going to be healthier. I hope this struck a nerve if you're not doing it, but I hope that you're thinking, and I hope that it's in your subconscious. Hey, you know what? That podcast I heard sounded kind of douchey to me, maybe, or maybe I liked it a lot and it sparked something, you know, and you get going on it. All right, because consistency is motivation. Doesn't matter. Maybe this motivates you. Great. That's gonna last maybe a month if you're strong-willed, right? Motivation doesn't matter. Consistency is what matters. Consistency is who we are when nobody's looking. It's who we are, the type of person we are. Are you the type of person that keeps a promise to yourself, that does not waver from a promise to yourself? Or are you a person that teeter-totters on the promises to yourself, which lead to mental illness, right? Because we start lying to ourselves, and then there's depression kicks in and all this stuff. I'm no psychiatrist, I'm no psychologist, none of that, but I do know that I've never met one person that did not want to evolve into a better human being, all right? And was not happier when they kept promises to themselves, all right? So if you're listening to this, be inspired, not motivated. Be consistent. Be the type of person you want to be. Not the type of person I want to be, but the type of person you want to be. Who is that? What does that person look like? Close your eyes. Think about, what does that person look like that I want to be? All right? Start with the toes, work up to the hair, whatever. Think about the figure, think about the energy, think about that person. That's the person you're supposed to be, right? That's the person you were put on this earth to be. Be it. Right? What does it take to get there? Back into it. All right? For me, I work out 3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. I have a coach I work out with several days a week. I never miss a meal. I track everything that I eat. I treat my business the same way. I track all of my data. I treat my relationships the same way. We have date nights, right? We have like all around. I treat everything this way. How you do one thing is how you do everything. I'm getting off the soapbox. My name is Travis Wells. This is the Property Profits Podcast. And why should you listen to me about being in shape? I can't remember the last time I haven't measured a meal. I'm a bodybuilder. And, you know, I live this stuff. I'm not just talking it, right? I've had mentors that in the past that kind of talked about it a lot, but, but I've had mentors that also looked the part. And they're like, damn, right? I want to be the guy that I talk it, I live it, I show it, you believe it, right? Anyways, till next time, see you then. Thanks.